Well, welcome back to the late night format here on WESU Middletown 88.1 FM. I'm your special guest co-host Liz Roche here in the studio with the Slepack. You just tuned in time for our talk about movies.
Indeed you have. As big movie fans here on the late night format, we thought we'd start an Audible movie club where we'll share and discuss some movies, and you'll be like, Seth Meyers would never pull this crap, and we'll be like, deal with it. So, I got very in the heat right there. Okay, so Oscar season is quickly approaching, and in honor of the event airing next Sunday, we thought we'd give our opinions on some of the nominated movies and people and stuff. So, Liz, want to get us started?
Sure. Well, I believe the first, if we start with the Best Picture nominees, I believe the first one, because this is the first time I've looked at the nominees and I'm like, wow, I want to see all of those.
Yeah, they were really great this year.
So the first one I think I saw was Wolf of Wall Street, which I really enjoyed, even though I had to like plan my day around it because it's 3 hours long. But I'm like a big fan of Scorsese, and I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I remember one of the first reviews I heard of it was like, it's like any Scorsese film, only all the violence and guns is replaced with sex and drugs. And I was like, oh,
that sounds more my speed.
Really?
In terms of, like, I'm not a violence person. Okay, that sounded weird, but...
What? No, it didn't.
Never mind, then.
Okay.
Carry on.
No, I really enjoyed it. It was long, but it didn't, it was... the time just flew by, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't think I'd like Jonah Hill in it, but I really enjoyed him in it.
Yeah, I feel like he's like semi-secretly like very talented, but also partially not secretly very talented.
Here's the thing though, I feel like he played every other character he plays in a movie, but fine-tuned for Scorsese's film. Like, they just took a character he'd play in a Judd Apatow movie and put it in a Scorsese film.
That sounds awesome.
It worked. I really loved it.
That's the best pitch, I think, for the movie that I've ever seen. This is not a movie that I've seen in terms of the Oscars. My favorite Oscar-nominated movie was Her, by far.
Which
I think
still haven't seen.
You need to. I thought it was the best movie of 2013. I saw it in 2014, but that's irrelevant. And it's just like a love story in its like most raw form.
Yeah.
And there's like no cliches about it, no nothing. It's very close to a flawless film, and visually very, very pleasing. And all the actors were great. Scarlett Johansson was awesome.
Did you know they dubbed in her Florence actor?
Which is a crazy story.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, there was actually a different actor slated to play Samantha, who is the voice of the OS that the protagonist, played by Joaquin Phoenix, falls in love with. And then it didn't work out, and they were like, oh, Scarlett Johansson, back pocket. Let's get her in there, and they did, and she was phenomenal.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That is very good.
Other Oscar favorites, I liked American Hustle a lot.
I liked American Hustle, too. I didn't think it was great, though. Maybe part of the ending I felt like dipped for me, and then there was that, like, when all the things started happening, I was like, oh, you got me again.
Yeah, I mean...
And I thought Bradley Cooper was great in that.
He and Jennifer Lawrence together are just... I would watch any movie with them together, ever.
Did they even have a scene together, though?
Maybe. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. They were both there.
They were.
What I think stood out to me about this movie is that usually in movies about bad guys, I don't like them anyway, even though they're supposed to be very... like... Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I wanted him to get caught so badly. Not that he's like a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy.
Like, that's my like go-to example of like my like
straightforward,
unbreakable morals. That it's like, no, Ferris Bueller must be caught.
You're just bitter that you never skipped school in high school.
I did skip school on senior cut day.
Oh, look at you.
My parents called in and I left that place. But anyway, what I was trying to get to, that in American Hustle, like, I totally was rooting for them.
Yeah,
even though they were such awful criminals.
I wasn't at first. I was pretty apathetic toward them. But again, it really picked up at the end for me. Yeah. When they really just, like, messed with Bradley Cooper, I was like, yeah, you go. You guys go.
It was so many weavings that ended up just working so perfectly. I felt so bad for,
the mayor.
Jeremy Renner. So
I know.
poor
At
guy.
the end, you're like, stop.
It's like, you did too much.
Breaking my heart
you went
now.
too far that time.
Also, okay, I think my favorite part was when it's like, first of all, this Louis C.K. random character.
I forgot about that. He was amazing. I wanted to know the end of the fishing story
I
so
know.
badly.
And then I like, too, it's like, oh, come meet this Italian mobster. Oh, it happens to be Robert De Niro, by the way. It's like, of course it is.
That was phenomenal. I didn't see it coming at all.
Yeah,
All right, quick throw-ins of other movies.
Well, the one we both saw together, which we've talked about, so I feel like we shouldn't spend that much time on it, was Gravity.
No.
Yeah.
Just no. Cinematography and nothing else. Moving on.
Captain Phillips. We saw that together. I thought that was excellent.
Great. And why wasn't Tom Hanks nominated again?
I don't, like, at first, before I saw the movie, I was like, and I didn't understand why people are outraged, but oh my god, he was good in that.
Yeah.
Especially that scene at the end. I think I told you this. That scene at the end where he's going through the, like, medical exam was improvised.
No, that improvised.
Improvised.
I forgot that.
They just told the woman, like, hey, just do, that's like her job, and they were like, just do, you know, what you normally do. And she was like, okay, and then he just, like,
yeah, that was,
that's
for
how
me,
improvising
just
works.
an instant callback to Castaway and how incredible of an actor he is, even, like, completely by himself. If you haven't seen Castaway, go do it, because it's literally just him and a volleyball, and he pulls it off flawlessly.
No, I love Tom Hanks.
So luckily we're out of time, because I've completely exhausted my knowledge of Oscar movies. But don't go anywhere. Tonight, we're bringing back our world-famous Table Talk segment, which we definitely didn't steal from another program.
Oh my god.
You won't want to miss it. So sit back, sit tight. We'll be right back in a flash.